Hey guys, Catherine here with another video update. So I'm going to answer a few more questions that I get asked pretty often. One of those is between the Portland Storm series and the Tulsa Thunderbirds series. People want to know if there's a suggested reading order or if you need to read one series before you can read the other. The best answer to that is that the two series kind of overlap some. So if you go to my website, click on Contemporary Romance, and up near the top there's a link that you can click on that says Contemporary Romance Extras. Go there and then find the one for suggested reading order. That will take you through. There's a couple of different suggested reading orders. One of them is essentially the order that the books were released. The other is slightly tweaked based on when certain events took place, and so I'm trying to keep it slightly more in line with the timeline. You can find all sorts of things on that part of the website too, about the series timelines, so figuring out which books take place before which other ones and which ones overlap. There's also a Portland Storm family tree of sorts that I try to keep updated. You can find the team rosters for the two teams depending on which books you're reading, because the roster changes some with each season that goes by. So some players retire and get traded, and others come up and get signed, and so there are always changes. So you can see who was with the team at what point in time and when they came to the team. So that's all on the website. But the order I suggest you read the books in is the order that they were released in, to get the most enjoyment. They don't line up exactly according to the timeline that way. There is some overlap between the Storm series and the Thunderbird series, but it's the way it was written, and so I think it makes the most sense if you read the books in that order. So you can find all of that, like I said, on the website. Another question that I get asked every now and then is if I could write about another sport, what sport would it be? To be honest, if I was looking at the other major sports, like the major professional sports, the only one that I know well enough that I feel like I could pull off without doing just a ton of research would likely be baseball. I could possibly do football, but I'm just not into it enough to really feel like I could do it justice. So baseball would be the one, but you might notice that over the course of writing these books, I've touched on some other sports already. Dance, which I consider a sport because it's pretty active. It may not be, as competitive as like a team sport, like football or hockey or something, but to me it is a sport. I've also touched on figure skating and sled hockey, and there are probably more sports like that to come that might play a similar role. So that's what I would probably have to say. I'm not sure where else I might go with these. We'll just have to wait and see. But there you go. So that's my update for now, and I'll be back again sometime soon with more. Bye.